Cypress now supports testing in Safari, and they are using WebKit, which is the same browser engine used in Safari. Okay, I want to explain you all the details about this new experimental feature. Is WebKit the same than Safari, and all the steps that you have to follow in order to have this experimental feature working in your framework. So I hope that you can watch the whole video. I promise that it is a lot of information that could be useful for you. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, masters, I just want to say that you can access this information in the repository. You're gonna have all the links over here step by step, the official blog post, what is WebKit. Here you can access the official documentation and so on. Here we have the Playwright-Webkit concept that we're gonna review in a few seconds and so on. All right, so I just wanted to tell you that. So what is WebKit? WebKit is a fast open source web browser engine. Let's review this. WebKit is the web browser engine used by Safari, Mail, App Store, and many other apps on macOS, iOS, and Linux. All right, it is basically the browser engine. As you can see here in my repository, WebKit is the open source web platform implementation used by Apple, Safari, and Epiphany. This is important. It is open source, all right? So everyone can use it, and that's amazing, all right? So now let's understand how Cypress is going to implement WebKit in our tests, all right? Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, masters, let's review this from the official documentation. The experiment uses Playwright's build of WebKit to enable this feature as we work towards creating a better UX for Cypress browser detection in the future. Okay, thank you to Playwright contributors who have helped make this possible. All right, as you probably know, Playwright is another amazing framework that we have out there to, well, end-to-end testing. And if we review what is the Playwright-Webkit build, okay, we can come here and check that. Okay, you can see that Playwright-Webkit is a build that matches the recent WebKit trunk build before it is used in Apple Safari and other WebKit-based browsers. This gives you a lot of lead time to react on potential browser update issues. All right, that's important. And you can access this package just coming here to and accessing the npm JS website, right? And you can access the latest build in the Playwright-Webkit package itself, right? You can access this as well in my repository. You can come here and just open this particular link and you're going to be redirected to this part. Okay, another thing that is important here is that this Playwright-Webkit Node.js package and this build is going to work across all the platforms. We can use it in macOS, Linux, and Windows. And it is going to work both in headless and headful modes. That's amazing as well, right? So I think that this is the important part of this Playwright-Webkit package. Okay, masters, I have found a very interesting article here, which is what is the difference between testing on Safari versus WebKit. Okay, let's review what they have to say. You can find the full article here in what is the difference between testing on Safari versus WebKit in this website, exchange thoughts, and you can see well, the contributor here, the Arju Natam user, and you can see all the also a video here with the answer. Okay, but let me review the most important things that I have detected. Okay, stock browsers like Google Chrome and Apple Safari embed rendering engines such as Chromium and WebKit. Okay, and add stuff on the top of them. For example, they add media codecs, inject browser extensions, and also they add surrounding interfaces such as bookmark sync. Also, you can see here in the WebKit part that when WebKit runs on macOS, it is a safe target to test Safari. However, if we run WebKit on Linux and Windows, it differs from Apple Safari in the following ways. Okay, let's review them. It uses a non-macOS network stack, and it uses a non-core animation to composite a scene and produce image raster. This means that screenshots on Linux and Windows will not perfectly match the screenshots from macOS. Okay. However, in terms of the web platform, the same WebKit code will lay out the page and run JavaScript. It will match how WebKit works in Safari. So it is just like a couple of things to consider, right? And well, the article post concluded with this interesting point of view. They consider the browsers provided by Playwright to be the best of what you can get for end-to-end testing, right? Because, well, it is the best solution for this if you want to test in other operating systems as well, right? So now with this pretty clear, right, I want to explain you how you can implement the new experimental feature in your framework. So let's go ahead and do it. Okay, masters, let's integrate this new experimental feature with Cypress, okay? Well, as you can see, Cypress has experimental support for WebKit in the official documentation, and here we have the steps that we have to follow if we want to integrate this in our framework. The first one is add experimental WebKit support and the true property in our configuration file. Okay, so I'm gonna open here the demo that I have for you. You can see that I have well, the structure, the standard structure, and you can see that I am using TypeScript in this case for this example. And well, you have to enter or click on your cypress.config.ts or JS. It doesn't matter. It is gonna work for you either way. Okay, and inside of your cypress.config.js or TS, you have to add another or a new property here in your defined config object. Okay, and it is going to be experimental WebKit support, and the value is going to be true. That's it. All right. With this with this set, the next part is going to be the next one. Let's review the official documentation, and it is going to install, right, as a dev dependency, the Playwright-Webkit package that we reviewed before, right, which is this one over here, if I am not wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna copy this command here, right, and I'll be pasting here in the terminal. So I'm gonna just do it. Also, you're gonna have these steps in my repository if you want to take a look. Here we have the experimental WebKit support true, and also the command that you need. Also, you can come here and check this repository. You're gonna have the integration done if you want to clone it and work with them. Okay. As soon as you have done this, you're gonna notice that in your package.json, we're gonna have a new package in the line 14. Playwright-Webkit, okay? And also I'm using Cypress and TypeScript. That's it, all the dependencies that I have for now. With this set, I just have to open, right, what I need, which is Cypress open, for example, so I can open my test runner, right? And you're gonna notice that we're gonna have a new browser in our end-to-end testing type over here, okay? And it is WebKit. That's it. If I access it, you're gonna see that it is gonna open this window that I'm gonna present to you right here, right? And well, for example, if I run the to-do example here, it is gonna work perfectly fine. Let's see. There it is. It is reproducing the examples. And another important thing that I want to tell you is that there are some known issues because this is an experimental feature, and for example, it is not supporting yet the site origin, the site session command, right? It is having an issue with the site intercept force network error, right? And so on. Okay, you can come here and check all the known issues that we have when we are using this experimental feature. So guys, I hope that you like what you see in this video. Please support this channel with hitting the like button and subscribing, because it is gonna be a lot of help. And I hope that you enjoy it. See you in the next one. Thank you very much, guys. Bye bye.